Success: Sustainable Coastal Communities and Ecosystems. Earth, the blue planet. Nearly 3/4 is covered by oceans, which draw nearly half of the globe's 7 billion inhabitants to within 100 miles of a coastline. USAID put coastal environment squarely on its development agenda in the 1980s. At the same time, the Coastal Resources Center, or CRC, at the University of Rhode Island's Graduate School of Oceanography, had entered its second decade of tackling coastal issues at home and was poised to bring its experience to the world's neediest places. And so USAID and CRC began a more than 30-year partnership improving the lives of people in Africa, Asia Pacific, and Latin America. The Sustainable Coastal Communities and Ecosystems Program, or SUCCESS, would illustrate how fruitful that partnership could be. Launched by USAID in 2004 with CRC as the lead and the Western Indian Ocean Marine Science Association and the University of Hawaii, Hilo, among its strategic partners, SUCCESS's integrated approach helped people take control of their lives, better manage their communities' exploited marine ecosystems, strengthen biodiversity conservation, and improve food security and climate change resilience.
One of the things that's very important in SUCCESS is an integrated approach. And we really believe that this integrated approach, where you're looking holistically at coastal communities and coastal regions and ecosystems, is even more important today.
Today, with climate change impacts accelerating, global experts have sounded an urgent call to action on these issues, a call powerfully framed by U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry at the Economist World Ocean Summit 2014.
As everybody knows, oceans are 3/4 of our planet, and the oceans are in trouble. But the good news is we know exactly what is threatening our oceans, and we have a very good understanding of what we need to do in order to deal with these threats. And we know that there's no way that governments are going to tackle this enormous challenge without significant impetus from the private sector, the NGO community, academia, media, and others.
SUCCESS heeded its own call a decade ago. Through the cooperative agreement, leader with associate awards mechanism, SUCCESS put learning and innovation to the test.
It is also about strengthening the capacities. It is also bringing some tools and new approach to show people, yes, you are doing something, but you could do it better or most effectively if you integrate this.
SUCCESS endowed a new generation with a commitment to equity for the disenfranchised. It enhanced and expanded people's capabilities, competence, and confidence to lead.
It is a program that has really come to benefit the people of the Western region. It is not business as usual, and I think that we adopted a fresh approach to things.
Solutions to the fisheries problems were not rather forced on local communities and stakeholders, but there was a real bottom-up process where fishers themselves identified the issues and were able to interact with policymakers and other stakeholders in the fisheries sector to really look for solutions that were progressive and forward-looking.
The outcome is clear. SUCCESS helped strengthen communities. In Nicaragua, establishing no-take zones helped protect both livelihoods and biodiversity. In Ecuador, working with local non-governmental organizations, Ecocostas, to promote sustainable husbandry of the native Xiaomei fish instead of an imported species. In Thailand, communities hit by the 2004 tsunami rebuilt with resilience. In Ghana, local people put integrated coastal management plans on the books and won a public commitment to fisheries co-management from Ghana's fisheries minister.
We have brought on board new approaches to coastal and fisheries governance in the country, the first of its kind. Everybody is asking for more.
In the Gambia, 600 women shellfish harvesters gained exclusive use rights to their fishery and greater control over their livelihoods, all while protecting wetlands.
We've done so far about 22,000 hectares of mangroves, and the women are doing microfinance, and the children of the women who are dropped out of school because of lack of school fees, we are now training them to do other things so they can get up and do business by themselves.
Such rights are a first for women in this part of the world, an accomplishment recognized with a 2012 Ecuador Prize from the United Nations Development Program. Through the Western Indian Ocean Marine Science Association and MPA Pro initiative, Success fostered capacity development in marine protected areas based on the simple truth that more competent staff leads to better management and hence greater biodiversity protection. MPA Pro is now a global model.
In Africa, at least, people recognize WAHOMSA, and that as somebody working in the MPA, that's very reassuring to know, that we're doing a good job, and by completing WAHOMSA, we're getting the accreditation that I feel we deserve.
With its partners, Success determined what works, what doesn't, and why. The team learned to draw on and develop the capacity of local people to ensure long-term success. Make climate change adaptation intrinsic to regional and national long-term planning. Embrace managed access for fisheries to reverse stock collapse, otherwise risk imperiling food securities, economies, and biodiversity. Put knowledge and experience to use, ideally in a holistic coastal and ocean strategy. A changing climate, diminished biodiversity, ecosystems in distress are at their core people issues. Our behavior, our choices, our knowledge determine what happens next. Success confronted the price of inaction, demonstrated the value of action, and prepared us to tackle unfinished business. Success. Sustainable coastal communities and ecosystems.